Yeah. So very good evening to all. Hope it is audible, and if it is audible, can you give a quick good evening in the chat? Fine. So hope it is audible, and we'll start the session. Almost time up. So we'll start with the assignment question. I think so. In the group, I can see only few response. Nearly one, two, three, four, five. Not even five. Four to five we can tell. The remaining people, four, five, six, seven, and most of them not completed programming question. Just you have done with the assignment question like based on MCQ, and now you have posted your answer, and only one or two able to solve the programming question, and you have sent it. Why so? Is it very difficult to solve, or you don't have much time to solve? So try to solve, and if I'm not, as I said very clearly, if I'm not getting proper response from your side, I'll stop posting the assignment question. According to the course, there is no daily assignment questions. I am taking own initiative, and I'm trying to send you it. Yeah, even you have shared personally. Even I know if I have noted it. I'm telling about those are not done. So fine, be proper in assignment question. Based on that only, I'll be giving many questions. If you need assignment question, follow it regularly. And if you feel like I don't want question, just session is sufficient. So 1.5 hours is sufficient to me. Other than that, I don't want anything. Extra thing if you don't want, even that let me know so that I can stop spending one time for it. Yeah, fine. As I gave assignment question, so I cannot skip the questions. So it's my duty to solve and share you. And we'll go with that. So question number one. So here the input is given as inspire. So inspire is going to be the input, and for I in range, length of x. So what is the length of x? So what is the mean of length of x? I'll tell you very clearly. Nothing but I have to take. So input is going to be inspire. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So totally it will take length of this inspire because x is a variable which takes the length of that x. So length of that x is going to be 7. So for I in range, it will take 7. So now initially, I value is not given. We have discussed about two for loops, one with a sequence, one with a range. Range means starting will be given, ending will be given, ending will not be considered. We have seen it. But in this program, we have given only one value. So whether this one value is going to belongs to the starting or ending, you might have a confusion. Yeah, nothing but this what if you're giving two values, this is going to be starting and this is going to be the ending. If you're giving one value, that is going to be the ending value. And then what about starting value? Starting value, if you're not given, by default interpreter will take as 0. I'll repeat one more time. For loop is there for I in range, starting will be given, ending will be given. If two values is given, there is no issue. I'll start from that particular value and end with a particular value. But here in this question, I have given only the one value. That is length of x. That is 7. Now, what is the starting value? What is the ending value? This is what if you for like a first time you are going with a Python programming language, you will get this doubt. For them, I'm telling very clearly, if only one value is given, by default, I have to start with a 0, and whatever value you have here, that one value, if it is there, that is going to be the ending value, last value. Then what about starting value? By default 0. So 0 comma 7 will be the range. So 7 means up to 6 only I can consider, not more than that. Yeah. Now x is equal to p. What is p? Updating. What is my variable of x? X is already inspire. So in my memory, I'll be having a inspire will be there. But now this inspire will be replaced with a character p. Character p. Now updated value of x is going to be what? P. Not inspire. It is p. So answer can be p. So we can filter here itself. Either it can be option A or it can be option C. And because of a for loop, we cannot end with a one time. because of all the iteration should be happen. So from 0, I'll be changing to 1. So 1 means one more time P will be get printed. So 2 times P. So obviously answer is going to be option C will be the right answer. And if you want to conclude 100% of question also, we'll conclude with the value 2. One more time. 3, fourth time. 4, fifth time P. And when I'm coming for the fifth value of I, P one more time I'll be printing. Next it will become like a 6. 6 less than 6 because my ending value is going to be that. I don't want to consider it. So from there it will start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to the 6. I'll try to print it. So 6 time will be get printed. This is how the first question works. Answer is going to be option C. And if you want to compile and show also, I'll show you how. You can see here. Okay, it is printing for, okay, it should be, okay, one mistake I have did here in the option. I have to print for one more time. I have not missed it because 7 times because of, I'll start with a 0. I'll write here. I'll start with a 0. We'll go with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 6. 6 times we'll be getting for 7 P will be there because from 0 to 6, so totally 7 P will be get printed. So noted, it's super. If not, no issue. Yeah. So then the basic question number. Just I'll save this while sharing to you, it will be fine. Next question number 2. Which of the following is correct output for this program language? So first you have to indicate for the break, which we have discussed already. So this is our second question I think I gave as a assignment. So nothing but when you have I values equal to 3, I have to print loop breaks and I have to break it. Yeah. If not, for I in range, I have to go from 1 to 4, then I have to do this. So how we can print? Nothing but we'll start with a range. So range value directly is given as 1. And ending value is given as 6. So I don't want to consider 6. So only up to 4 I'll be, sorry, 5 I'll be considering, not 6. So what is my I value right now? It is 1. So 1 is equal to 3? No. So it will go for the, again, continuity will be happen. Because of inner for loop, it will go here. So what is my J value now? It is 1. J value right here. J value is going to be 1, 2, 3. Up to 3 will be true. So now I have to print my I value. What is my I value? 1. So 1, 1, 1 will be print for 3 times. Next, I value will be incremented to 2. So 2, 2, 2 will be get printed. Now, most important thing, now your updated value of I is going to be 3. 3 is equal to 3? Yeah, condition is true. Then loop breaks, I'll print it, then I'll give a break. So understand how that break is working. Break is nothing but I'll try to end that my last statement. Yeah, I'll show the answer for this. And see here 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2 loop breaks. Because of a 3, I'll try to break this. Next, question number 3 is very simple. Type of. So what is the purpose of type of, which we have discussed already, to find the data type? So here we have 10. 10 is an integer. And here we have a single quotation. Then it should be a string type. And here 10.0 is there. It is a decimal value. Point is nothing but floating. So I'll print as a float. And true is there. What is true comes under boolean. Bool. Class bool. So because boolean we have. So boolean is nothing but this can return only two answers, true or false. This true or false comes under the boolean. Yeah. Next, false is there. So false also comes under the boolean we'll think, but we have a single quotation here. Here front and back, we have a single quotation that will lead to the str string. So integer, string, float, boolean, and string. I'll execute and show you. Question number 3. Here, class integer, then string, float, boolean, and string. So, and suppose in the last print statement, suppose I'm removing the single quote. What happens? Answer will be boolean, because type of false is going to be boolean, which I said you. Boolean comes under true or false. Yeah. Suppose what if you give as a none? Because in the data type, sorry, in the keyword, out of 33 keyword, true, false, and none is going to be start with uppercase. So if you go with a none, answer is going to be none type, because none is nothing but nothing, right? You can tell nothing. Nothing means there is no data type only or meaning for it. So that is why your output is going to be none type. Hope everyone got it. So up to third question we have done. We'll move on to the question number 4. Question number 4 is like a based on the while. While of true. Just now I said what is true? Answer is going to be 1. False means 0. So now while of true is nothing but condition is true. So for I mod 4 is equal to 0. So what is my I value? 1. So is 1 mod 4 is equal to 0? No. So I have to, if it is yes, I'll break it. If not, I have to print I value, then I have to increment it. So what is my right now I value? 1. I'll print 1. Then increment I value from 1 to 2. Why? Because 2, I plus 1. I value is already 1. 1 plus 1 will become 2. Now again, do will be continued. 2 mod 4, can we tell it is equal to 0? No. Here we are ending with a comma, so answer is going to be here comma. Comma also will be added. Next, 2 mod 4 is equal to 0? No. 2 will be printed with a comma. Then it will increment to the 3. 3 mod 4 is equal to 0? No. 3 will be printed with a comma. Then it will be increment to the 4. 4 mod 4 is equal to 0? Yes. If condition is true, break it. So break it means I'll be coming out and I'll print only 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma also will be printed. I think so option is going to be C. So we'll check it, and I think so indentation problem. This will align. Give me a bit minute. And see here 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma will be D. So you have to check this also, because if you go with the option wise, and you can see here 1 space 2 space 3 also is there, 1 comma 2 comma 3 also is there, and which suits properly. 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma also should be there. Few people will miss this 3 comma. That's why I gave this kind of a question. Up to here is done, and we'll move on to the fifth question. How many stars does this program print? So in this logic, how many stars can be printed? They're asking. Pattern program. So now, starting with I value 7. 7 greater than 0. If 7 is greater than 0, yes, condition is going to be true. Then I is equal to I minus 3. So I is equal to I minus 3. So what is my I value? 7. 7 minus 3 is nothing but 4. Right now my I value is going to be 4. Understand? Then I'll print 1 star. So we are able to print 1 star. So I'll make it as a count 1. Then I value less than or equal to 4. So what is my I value? 4. Is 4 is less than or equal to 2? No. We'll go for the else block. Then I'll try to print, sorry, is 4 is less than or equal to 2? No, condition is false. So in the else block, I have to print one more star. So increment with the value 2. Now again, do will be continued. So what is my next value of 4? Sorry, I value is going to be 4. 4 greater than 0, condition is 2. 4 minus 3, I value will become 1. Is 1 is less than or equal to 2? Yes, condition is going to be true. I'll break it. So if you are breaking, 2 times will be your output. So that's about this program. And we'll go with the programming question. Okay, do you have any doubt on the first 5 MCQ? If not, post yes in the chat or understood something. If you have any doubt, let me know. So immediately we can go ahead. Okay, so we have to run the, okay, I did not run. Okay, sorry. People are coming now. So here it is printing 3. What is the reason behind this? Actually, 2 only should be printed because that is going to be the question. So they're asking for how many times that does this program print. Because here alignment is going to be completely different. Here alignment question alignment is going to be completely different. Everything in the same part of line. Here just I made a small changes. It should be outside. Okay, so just a minute. I think so that alignment alone has been have to change that. I'll check for this question. Answer should be 2 only. Somewhere I missed this alignment, I think so. But I'll tell you why it is 3 also. I'll tell you with the reason so that you'll get a clarity. I value is starting with a 7. 7 minus 3 is going to be 4. So right now I value is going to be 4. First one time star will be get printed. Second time it is printing because of loop. Because it is starting from here. I have missed that statement. Nothing but when I'm coming for the second time, I value 4. Okay, I'll print 1 star. One more time because of 4 less than or equal to 2. Condition is true, sorry, condition is false. I'll go for else block to print one more start. Then again I'll start with a loop only. I'll come from here. Actually it should be outside, okay, because of only thing is here everything is same. It is starting from the loop. When I'm coming here, again I'll visit this loop. Okay, so this also will be printed one more time, 3 times. Okay, so according to the alignment, it is 3. I'll accept it. 3. Because of reason, this only. So because next time 4 minus 3 is going to be 1. So then I'll print the star, then I will check 1 less than or equal to 2. 1 less than or equal to 2 is nothing but no. So what happens? Then I'll go with a break. I'll come out. So this is printing because of we are looping from the top. From this line, we are coming one more time so that it's printing for twice. So actual alignment is nothing but it won't print. I'll check that question one more time. Again, that question paper I'll check. And what is the proper alignment? I'll post one more time. With compiled, I'll try to share. Now we'll move on to the question number 6, that is programming question. This is nothing but pattern program. It's going to be a pattern program. So nothing but starting with a 5. So we have discussed already a one pattern program. And a pattern program always when you have a row wise and the column wise, which I said you very clearly, we have to go with 2 for loops. Just remember 2 for loops. So you have to get a 2 value from the user here. So your input is going to be what you have to get from the user. So because you are starting from 5, ending with a 1, whatever you want to do it, I'll be doing that from the user end. Yeah. So whatever you are trying to give it very clearly because whether it's going to be 5 cross 5 matrix or 10 cross 10 matrix, you have to get from the user. So for that, I'll go with a n is equal to get a row value. How many rows you need? How many columns you need? For that, I'll be getting that row value, column value from the user. So to input, get from the user, then go with a k value. So int input to get a row value. I'll keep this as a row and I'll keep this as a column. So 2 value I'll be getting from user. Next, for I in range, from where should I start? I have to start from, either you can start with a 1 or you can start with a 0. So if I'm starting from 0 up to n value plus 1, I'll try to give. Because row value should start from here and ending value should not be considered. So that I'll give as a n plus 1. Next, for j in range, because of a column, j in range, from where I'll start, because it is not printing from 1 2 3 4 5, then 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 1. It's not printing like that. It is printing from highest value, that is 5. This 5 is what? Depend upon your row, sorry, column. If a column, if you're giving us a 10, I have to give 10 here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In that order, I have to print it. So for that, it is depending on column. So I'll give as a k. K minus I, because k value suppose 5. 5 minus 0 is 5. So I'll start with a 5. That's why I'm going with a k value here. So k up to where I have to reach? Up to 1. If you're giving us a 1, can I consider ending value 1? Not possible, right? Understand the concept. Starting value is going to be k minus 1. Ending value, suppose my ending value is going to be 1 here. Can you place 1 here? If you're placing 1, can I consider 1? No, it won't consider 1, right? Up to if I'm decrementing, I can up to consider only up to 2, not 1. For that, we can give as 0. And individual time, I have to decrement. So I'll give a step value as minus 1, because from the highest 5, I'll decrement 1 by 1. So this is going to be for decrementing. One thing you're learning newly, this is for step. I'll write over here. Start we have discussed already. End we have discussed already. By default, plus 1 is there, I said you. And if you want to increment 2 times, increment twice. Or if you want to print, for example, from range from 1 to 10, you have to print only even numbers. Yeah. So what are the even numbers? 2, 4, 6, etc. etc. You have to print. Suppose from 1 to 10, or you can keep as 2 to 10, or you can keep as 1 to 10. You have to print only odd terms like 1, comma 3, comma 5, etc. etc. You have to print it. If that is the case, how will you write a program? For that, I'll tell you just nothing but third step you have to use. That is third syntax. Here I'll write that step. You have to use this. I'll show with one example. So for I in range, I'll start from 0. Suppose I'll take it as a 10. So from 0 to 11, I'll give. So from 0 to 11, I have to print only even numbers. Suppose if I'm printing as I, from 0 to 10, everything will be get printed. Everything will be get printed. You can see here from 0 to 10, everything is getting printed. I don't want 0 to 10. I need only even numbers for this range. Then what I'll do in this step, I'll give as plus 2. 0 plus 2. 2 time I'll move forward. By default, plus 1. And if you want to give 3, 4, 5, it's up to you. So I need only even numbers. Now we can see here we have filtered the even numbers. And suppose you want to print only the odd. Nothing but starting is important. Suppose I'm giving us a starting value 1. And ending value is going to be 12. I'll give. Individual time, do the changes. You can see here from here 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. So we are able to print even and the odd terms. So suppose if you want to move 5 steps forward. So from 0 you have to move 5. From 5 you have to move 10. So output should be 0, 5 and 10. I can see here 0, 5 and 10. Because from 0 I'm moving 5 steps forward. Plus here, if you're giving only number, that indicates for plus. It is going to be plus 5. Plus 5 means from 0 I'll move 5 steps forward. From 5 again I'll move 5 steps forward. We're giving us minus 5, then from minus 5, it will move towards the backward. Minus indicates for the backward, plus indicates for the forward. Just remember this. In the string topic we'll discuss in depth about it. Same thing is happening here. K minus I There is nothing but highest value 0 comma I minus, sorry, 0 comma minus 1. Minus 1 indicates for individual time I'll decrement. From 5, if I'm starting from 5, decrement minus 1, 4. Then from 4 minus 1 means 3. Then 2, then 1. Individual time, this will be happen. Now print J value. That's it. Program is over. Print J. At last, individual time, whenever the loop is over, try to move to the next line. So now suppose my input is going to be 5 cross 5 matrix. You can see the output here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, and 1. Suppose whatever input you give, I'll accept. Suppose you give 8 cross 8. And see here, it will start with the 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, etc., etc., up to the 1. Even if you are giving 15 cross 15 also, no issue, my program will work finely. Okay. Maximum 15 they won't ask, no worries. Maximum 10 digits they'll ask, not more than that. Even though we are able to print. And people those who wrote the program, I think so, you wrote only for exact input and output. You have to write a program for all the test cases. The program should work for all the test cases. So row and is it necessary? And it is not necessary, but if you are learning with what is row and the column, all the pattern program you can learn very easily. In the interview, it will be very easy to solve it. So done with the question, just we'll move on fast. And seventh question, very simple question. It's like a paragraph. It's like don't judge the technical question with help of size. It won't work for the interview. Always interview they'll ask like paragraph. Problem statement will be there. Okay. So just for the demo, I gave these kind of questions. This is how the interview will work. When those who are working under any college for the placement, those who are trying, please try to solve these kind of questions. Recommended try to solve Geeks for Geeks question, lead code question, hacker rank question, hacker earth question. If you take any question, paragraph, like problem statement will be given, sample input output will be given, and description will be given. And constraint. Few questions will have a constraint also. Now, so we'll go with the question. A washing machine works on the principle of fuzzy system. The weight of clothes put inside it for washing in uncertain, but based on the weight measured by the sensor. So, like how the washing machine is working, a kind of question only. So, based on your weight of cloth, minutes will be taken, time estimate will be run. If you are going with a gram wise, so they are given some estimation. So, low level of water also is there, high level of water also is there, and medium level. So when you can go with what? That is what the question here. Now when you're going with a low level of a water, the time estimate is going to be 25 minutes, where the approximate weight can be between 2K to any non-zero positive numbers. So we can take a range from 0 to 2K. Then medium level of water is nothing but it takes 35 minutes, where your approximate weight can be 20012 4000. In this range it should be there, and it can consume high level water when it is going for taking of 45 minutes, and approximate weight is going to be above 4K. Above 4000, your maximum weight is going to be, sorry, your time estimation is going to be 45 minutes, and your maximum capacity of your washing machine is 7K grams, not more than that. And when you have a zero weight, then your estimated time is going to be 0 minutes. Obviously, is right. It's like your washing machine is empty. For empty washing machine, will it take any minutes? No. So I have to print as 0. Now, they're given as a write a function to take a numeric weight. And if they are given a function, doesn't mean that you have to go with the function topic. I have not taught you function topic, so leave this. Yeah. So by using those who know programming language based on the function concept, you have used def keyword to define the function name and you wrote it. And few of those who are not knowing, you have left this question, no issue. There's a time to learn. Leave this function part. By using function also you can complete. Without using function also you can complete. There is no biggest thing. This concept Don't want to worry about looping also. It's like only the if and else. Or you can tell as a if, elif, else. Over. If you know the basic condition statement, program is over. This is not a biggest difficult question. And you can see your sample input. They given as a 2K. If it is 2K, my time estimate is going to be 25 minutes. Yeah. So we'll write a program for this. First, you have to get an input from the user. Sorry. So first, you have to get an input from the user. So for that input, I'll be making as a n variable. So get that int of input from the user. Perfect. Now we got that input. So now we can very clearly see in the problem statement that if your weight estimate, if it is 0, then it takes 0 minutes, right? So I'll write as if my n value, if user is entering 0, okay, check the condition. If my n value is equal to 0, then print time space time estimated is going to be 0 minutes. 0 minutes. Done. Now, what is next? If it is not 0, it can be any gram. It can be 1 gram, it can be 100 gram, it can be 500, it can be anything. Some gram weight should be there. So next I'll write as a LF if n value in range, in range of from 1 to 2000. So they have given very clearly that, understand the concept, if it is range between 2k to any non-zero element, because which means that negative value will not be allowed, non-zero also will be, zero will also will not be allowed. I'll go with a 1. Now, so here I have to take a between 0 to 2000 is given. So now in the range, I should not write here as a 2k, because if you're writing as a 2k, this program will can accept only from 1 to 1999, not 2k. So you have to give 2k plus 1. That's it. Very simple. Make it as a 2k plus 1 so that it will start with a 1. It will reach up to 2k. If this condition is getting true, or just I'll copy the statement. If this condition is getting true, time estimate is going to be how many minutes? 25 minutes. Same thing here. Just I'll copy paste. Nothing is there in the program. Just nothing, but you have to change the range. Now range. When I can go with a medium level of water, which consumes 35 minutes, right? So that is going to be range between 2001 to 4000 they are given. So can I write 4000? No, it should be 4001. That's it. So we'll write estimation of, so it takes 35 minutes approximately. And next, it can be 4K, right? It can be 4K. 4K to 7K. So I'll make it as a 7K 1. So if that is the case, it will take 45 minutes to do it. And most important thing, in the question itself, they have mentioned that invalid input and overloaded. Invalid. When can I go with the overloaded? If my input is more than estimated time. Suppose you are entering a input which is like not even valid part. Overloaded is what? Suppose up to 7,000 is going to be my maximum limit. Suppose you are placing more than that. That is called as overloaded. Then which is called as invalid input. Suppose if your input is negative value, -1, user is entering wantedly -1. If that is the case, I have to do it. So now LF, I'll check like if my n value is greater than 7,000. If it is greater than 7,000, then just try to print overloaded. Now suppose if user is entering a negative value, for that I'll write a else block like print a statement called as invalid input over. Suppose if my entering input as 1500, my output is going to be, time estimate is going to be 25 minutes. Suppose if I enter a range as 4500, so you can see here it takes 45 minutes. And if it is 3500, it takes 35 minutes, which we know very clearly. And if it is 8500, it should be overloaded, right? Because my capacity is going to be only 7000. You can see your output is going to be overloaded. Suppose to make an invalid, I'll give as a negative value. If I'm giving 0, I don't check with a 0, sorry. If it is a 0, my answer is going to be 0 minutes. Now, if I give a -5, which is not in my range itself, negative value, then I can get an output called as invalid input. So this program will clear your test cases, all the test cases. So I'll pose the answer for question number 1, programming question number 1, and I'll pose the answer for programming question number 2. So both the question is done. So hope it is clear. And where we ended, from there we'll try to continue. I think so. Up to break is done. Only continue is there. I'll teach continue, then we'll move on to the string concept. If you have any doubt, let me know. And if it is, if you think that I'm going fast, also let me know. I think I'm not going fast, as I said you very clearly. Compared to other parts, it's like going very slow. Okay, but try to learn very clearly. Next, continuous statement. Break is done. We know what is the purpose of break. I'll break it. I'll come out. Continue is nothing but with the continuous statement, we can stop the current iteration of the loop and continue with the next. Currently, what is there? Suppose 1, 2, 3, I'm telling to continue. If you're giving us continue, 3 alone will be stopped, which means that that alone will not be printed. Remaining, suppose if you have 4, 5, that will be printed. So output is going to be 1, 2, 4, 5. That is what this they are telling. With the continuous statement, we can stop the current iteration. My current iteration, I'm giving us I value. If it is equal to 3, continue. Continue means this 3 alone will not be printed. Remaining will be continued. Yeah, we'll see with example. When continuous encountered, it skips the current iteration. This is what I'm telling. If my I value is equal to 3, means that 3 alone will be skipped. Remaining will be continued. That is what they continue. Right now, I'll try to skip. Yeah. Now, see this example. For I in range, I'm starting from I value 1. Ending is given as a 6. So up to 5 will be true. I value, if it is equal to 4 alone, print loop skips, then continue they are telling. So now what is my I value here? 1. Is 1 is equal to 4? No. I'll print 1. So my output will be 1. Next time, again, because of a loop, I'll continue. What is next value? From 1, it will be changing to 2. So next, I'll be printing a 2. Next, it will continue with the value 3. 3 is equal to 4? No. I'll print a 3 space. Now, understand carefully. Next is going to be 4. Right now, my I value is going to be 4. 4 is equal to 4. Is it true or false? True. Then I'll try to print loop skips. LS I'll try to print. Then I'm giving as a continue. Continue means what happened? It will continue with the next iteration. It won't go for the print statement or next print. It will continue with the next iteration. From 4, it will be changing to 5. Then I'll be printing 5. So 1, 2, 3, loop skips, 5 will be the output. You can see here, this is going to be output. 1, 2, 3. That's for current iteration alone skipped. That is what the definition I showed you. So when the count is encountered, it skips the current iteration. So what is my current iteration? If my I value is equal to 4 alone, I'll skip it. Did I print anything like a 4? No. Because 4 is going to be the current iteration. Suppose in this place 4, if you have a 3, my output should be 1, 2, loop, skips, 3, 4, 5. That's all. Sorry. Extremely sorry. 1, 2, loop, skips, continue with the 4 and 5. Suppose if you have a 2, I'll print 1, loop skips, 2 will not be printed, then 3, 4, and 5. This is how the continue works. Now this is going to be the continue with a one for loop. Now we'll go with the nested for loop with a continue. Yep. Now just think what should be the output. I'll give you a minute time. Just think what will be the output for this. Yep, any answer? Okay, we'll discuss. Here, I value is given as 1. It continue with the value up to 5. Because of last value 6, up to 5 will be true. J value. J value start with the 1, right? 1, 2 will be true, up to 3 will be true. If my J value is equal to 2 alone, print loop skips continue with the next value. Now, what is my J value? 1. Is 1 is equal to 2 dear? No. I'll print J value. What is my J value? 1, right? I'll print 1. I'll write the output here. 1. Next, because of an inner loop, we know very clearly until the inner loop is getting failure, it won't touch the main loop. So inner loop, previous value of J is going to be 1. Now it will be changing to 2. 2 is equal to 2. Yep, condition is true. Then I'll print ls. That is loop skips. Can I print 2? No. Then I'll continue. What is my next value? 3. So 1 loop skips 3. Again, next time it will be iterated. Okay. So next 1 is done. Next we'll process with a 2, then 3, then 4, and then 5. So at last you'll be getting answer as 1 loop skips 3, 1 loop skips 3, 1 loop skips 3. It will print same statement will be printed for how many times? 5 times. Yeah, that's about the continue. And last we have that is called as a, and this one you can take as assignment. One question you can take it as assignment. I'll give you 3 seconds of a time. Just take a screenshot. Make it as a assignment question for tomorrow. Hope you have taken. Next, last statement is going to be based on the pass. Pass is nothing but kind of a null. It won't do anything. We can tell it is similar to the continue. We will see how does the pass will work. So in the interview, they'll ask what is the difference between pass and comment. Comment also will not do anything. Same thing, pass also will not do anything. But what is the difference then? So when you're going with a pass, is nothing but interpreter ignores the command entirely. So suppose you're writing with a hash, it is a command, single time. And you're writing with a multi-line commenting. So single quotes for opening for 3 times, closing for 3 times. This, whatever you're defining as a command, this will be ignored completely by the interpreter. It won't see at all. It won't mind at all. But what about the pass? Pass is nothing but it will try to execute, but it won't happen anything. Nothing happens when pass is executed. When I'm learning that pass, because out of 33 keywords, pass is also one of the keywords. So if we are using pass, I'll visit this line, but I won't do anything. I'll visit, but I won't do anything. That is what? Nothing happens when this pass is executed. Kind of a continue. It will continue the next iteration. Now, see this example. For I in range 1, 6, if my I mod 2 is equal to 0 means pass. Pass means what? It won't do anything. It will continue with the next iteration. So I value start with a 1. 1 less than 6. Condition is true. I'll go here. 1 mod 2 is equal to 0. No. I'll print I value because condition is false. Okay. So condition is false. I'll go for the else block to print my I value. Right now I value is going to be 1. Yeah. Next, loop will be continued with I value 2. 2 less than 6, condition is true. 2 mod 2 is equal to 0. Yes. Understand the concept? It is true. then I'm giving pass. Pass means what happened? It won't do anything. It will continue. Continue with the next value. That is 3. 3 less than 6 condition is true. Yep. So 3 more 2 is equal to 0. No. Then I'll print 3. Next, it will increment to the 4. 4 less than 6 condition is true. And 4 more 2 is equal to 0. Even that is condition is true. It will pass. Pass means you don't do anything. It will increment to the next iteration. 5 less than 6 condition is true. So 5 will be get printed. So answer is going to be 1, 2, sorry, 1, 3, 5 will be the output. So 2 and 4 will not be printed because of only reason it is a even number. We are giving as pass. Yeah. So that's about the pass, and which we have discussed this program already. So that's about the base topic. I use only if and few logic operator. Fine, fine, fine. No issue. If you are able to clear all the test cases, fine. Programming, for example, one program is there, I'm writing in one logic. Doesn't mean that only one logic is there. Doesn't mean that only whatever I am telling as the answer, that is going to be only solution. We have plenty of methods and solutions. Which is preferable to you, which is okay for you, use it. But understand, at least have a 2 to 3 backup answers. At least 2, minimum 2. Go back to the continue statement slide. Sure, yeah. So just check it. This is the question I gave as an assignment. Asking for assignment question. If that is the case, take a screenshot of this. And if you need a first question, this is going to be the question with answer. Okay. So fine. We'll start with the next topic. Next is nothing but a main theme about a Python programming language, which starts with here. This is going to be the start of Python programming language. So what is that? We'll discuss with her one by one. So I'll give you a few agenda that what are things we'll be focusing on this session. Okay. Time is not sufficient. Really, I'm telling we are going with a dead slow speed. Try to increase or very difficult to complete in 10 days. But I'll try to show you that. So first is nothing but Python 3, which we have studied already. Suppose like a data types we have studied from the beginning, I'm telling. Because this is going to be the level 0 we are learning up to now. Pass up to the pass what we studied, it is going to be level 0. Now we are moving on to the level 1. So what is that level 0? We'll just see what we have discussed already. Then we'll move on to the level 1. Next level of Python. So data type which we have discussed, keyword we have discussed, variable we have discussed, indentation, that is blocks, useful as a blocks, that is called as the indentation. Operators we have discussed, decision making we have discussed, loop we have discussed, and control statements like a continue, break, pass. This everything covered here. Up to now we have discussed about this. Yeah. Now next is nothing but we'll discuss about string, list, tuple. These three are pair, which I said you. If you are spending 1 hour for the string, list and tuple, you can spend minimum of that 50% of the string we can tell. Now next dictionary. If you know dictionary, set will be easy. Then last is nothing but function recursion. Recursion will not cover up to function. I'll try to cover. If you know function, recursion is easy, but if time permits, I'll try to discuss. And we have level 2. This is going to be level 1 of a Python programming language, that is FOP, Fundamental of Programming. Level 2 is there with help of advanced topic, pandas, NumPy, matplotlib, data visualization. I think so I explained you in the first class. That if you are really interested, at last in the last day or last before day, we'll ask those who are people ready to do for the advanced topic of Python. Just you can give your name, just you can enroll. Don't want to register. Just give your name that who, how many people are ready will focus. So if out of now the registration of this course will be nearly 33, I think so. Out of 33, if 25 is registering back of level 2 also, Immediately we'll start it. Within 2 or 3 days, we'll give a gap. Then by the June 1st itself or June 2nd, we can start this level 2. And if count is very less, you have to wait for again one more 15 days or a 20 days. And based on the new counts, we'll discuss. Level 2 is nothing but advanced core Java we used to tell. Like this, we have a core Python is there. In that core Python, you'll be learning advanced topic. So in that advanced topic only, you'll be applying, if you want to learn machine learning, data science, etc., that is needed. Pandas, NumPy, numeric Python, Matplotlib, data visualization, PyTorch, etc. So now we'll move on to the string topic. So to understand the topic very easily, I've made the slide to understand the topics. These are the topics we'll learn. Other than the recursion, remaining topics will focus. Yep. So we have to complete in this remaining days. Okay. So now to make the topic easy, I'll give you some clue. Hint is there. Individual topic has a symbol. To represent the topic, we have a symbol. Representation is going to be small changes will be there. So what is that? I'll tell you. String can be enclosed with single quotation or double quotation. We can denote a string. When can you tell given input a string? When you have a single quotation or double quotation. Other than single quotation, double quotation, we have few more, like one more two methods are there, or two more ways are there to define or declare the string. I'll tell you when you're going with the topic. As of now, just note it out this. List is nothing but denoted with a square bracket. 1, 2, 3, 4 with a square bracket. That is called as a list representation. Topic is completing with very simply. Tuple is nothing but function bracket. Dictionary is nothing but flower bracket with keys and values. Pairing will be there. Key and values. These two are pairing. Set is nothing but same flower bracket, but you will not have anything like a keys and values. You will be having only a direct value 1, 2, 3, 4, like that you will be having. But dictionary, when can you find easily dictionary? This topic belongs to dictionary. How can you predict? By using, if you have anything with a key and values, then it is going to be dictionary topic. Okay, just have this in a look. Next is thing function. Function is thing but to define with a def. So if you have anything with a def keyword, just write as a def git with giving with a comma b. So what happens here? Def is a keyword to define the function name. This kind of function name called as a git I'm giving, and I'm giving a function passing the argument called as a comma b. Either you can tell as a parameters or you can tell as a argument. Anything is fine as a technical word. Yeah, this is going to be to define the function name. This is going to be function name, and this is going to be the value you are passing to that function name parameters. So these are the topics we'll discuss. Yeah. So hint is given. This is going to be the agenda. This will be followed in the upcoming days. So right now we are running out with a fifth day. Almost 50% of the course is over. We can tell days is over, not the title. Day is over. Fifth day, I think so, right? So one more within 5 days, we have to put our full hard work to complete the topic. But we should not rush up. To complete the topic, we should not rush up. We should get a clarity. If it is not completion also, if possible, I'll try to take personally. One day I'll try to take 11th day. You don't want to pay me, I'll try to do it. If it is not possible to complete in that worst case, I'm telling, don't want to pay for that 11th day, I'll try to take a free of cost because of completion not topic is not completed. In place of that, I'm telling, but most of the things will complete. So tomorrow, up to tomorrow, if we are discussing string, tuple and list, we can complete in one class. Dictionary and set we can complete in one class. Then we have almost 1 more 2 days gap. Function it takes nearly 1 day. Last we can go with the recap. We'll check. Now we'll discuss about the string. What is string? It is a collection of characters. So string literal are surrounded by either with a single quotation or double quotation, which we had discussed just now. Suppose hi is there. So hi I'm giving with a double quotation. It is also representation of string. Single quotation, even this going to be representation of string. So then what is string literal, you may ask? What is string literal, you may ask? Nothing but this entire thing is called as with this variable name. So the entire line is called as a string literal. Double quotation and that values. Everything is going to be total thing is called as a string literals. Now, so string are immutable sequence, meaning they are unchangeable. So in the Python programming language, two things you have to understand when you're going with a individual topic. Mutable is there and immutable is there. So string with immutable, sorry, or we'll write as a Python. Python has mutable and immutable. So what is mutable? We cannot change. Modification not possible. You can write like this. If you're trying to change, it won't change. I'll show with example, no worries. And mutable is nothing but you can do the modification. So if you want to do any modification, I can do it. Okay. Just understand one thing. Immutable means we cannot change. It is fixed, we can tell. We can write like a fixed also. No one can change. If you're trying to change, error will be thrown. Modification, mutable is nothing but I can do a modification. Suppose hi is there. Hi, I have to change it as a Jai. I can do it. Okay, we can make a changes. But if you go with a string is immutable. We cannot do any modification. We cannot change. Directly, we cannot change. I'm telling. Indirectly, you can do it by converting string to the list or converting string with the help of any other inbuilt method. You can do it, but directly not possible. I'll show an example. See this example, hello or hello. These both are denoted with a single quotation and double quotation. These two representations belongs to the string. Output is going to be just print inside the print statement. I'll write as a hello or a hello with a single quotes. I'll be getting the answer as such. Hello will be the output. Yeah. Now, how to create a string? So string can be created with help of single quotation. So output is going to be welcome to do one thing. Just take a screenshot of this first slide. For theoretical learning, please take a screenshot of first slide. Remember the immutable and what is mutable concept, because in the list we'll learn what is that again. Yeah, hope you have taken. Next is nothing but welcome to string with a single quotation we are given. So this is going to be the one way of representing the string. Second way is nothing but by using double quotation. And when I'm telling the showing the first slide, I said you that I have displayed only two. Other than this, we have two more ways to represent the string. I'll show you that also. Third way is nothing but by using triple quote. Single quote for three times, single quote for three times. Thrice you'll be using. This is going to be the third way to represent a string. And what is fourth way? Fourth way is nothing but double quotation for thrice, opening and closing. So last is going to be double quotation for thrice, double quotation for thrice, opening and closing. Fourth way. So note it out, all four ways. Actually, first two is sufficient. Maximum will be using only first two, but in the interview, suppose what if they ask third and the fourth way, during that time we should not be like a question mark. We should be able to answer that these are the four ways we can create a string topic. Okay, just note it out. Just give me a minute. Just I'll have a water. Until that, you can note it out. Okay, next. How to get the character at the position. So for example, I have PARAMESH. This is there. Just make it as an assumption that we have this. Now, if I want, I'm storing in the variable called as str or str1 something. I'll give as a print str1. So what will be the output? Everyone knows it. Answer is going to be as such as what we are given. So Paramesh will be the output. but I don't want Parmesh. Out of this, I need to print only M. I need to print only this M. That is what we are telling as a question. How to get the character at a position. So from here, I have to give a position so that I can print only M. Don't want the entire name. How can we do it? So we'll discuss that. That is nothing but by using the indexing. So string has two things. So hope MCA students, those who are joined, hope you know about these two things. So string with indexing is there, and one is going to be slicing is there. So if you know this indexing and slicing, string is over. But it takes a time to understand the slicing and indexing concept. Indexing easy, but slicing it takes a time. Okay, but we can do it. Super, no issue. Okay, have a confidence, have an interest to learn very quickly. Now, see here, welcome to string is given. I'm printing a of 1. Suppose, as I said, if my input is HELLO, I'll try to execute and I'll try to show you that. Okay, how many levels are there? You're asking for like a course you're asking. But I have not joined with my mobile. That is the thing. I'm coming here and I'm seeing your text. No, in general of Python. Python has just two levels. To learn to complete the Python programming language, just two levels. One is going to be basic level, one is going to be advanced level. Over. In the basic level, what we are learning up to the last is going to be FOP, fundamental of programming, basic level. And next is going to be advanced level, core Python. There you will be learning a number of advanced level which can apply in the machine learning, data science, etc. etc. Now, suppose if my input is, suppose my variable s is equal to, I'm giving as Surya itself. So I'll print yes so that I'll be getting a Surya as my output. But I don't want Surya. From this name Surya, I need to print only Y. How can I print only Y? So we can go with the indexing. So yes of, I'll use a square bracket. Yes of. So we know very clearly indexing is nothing but starting with a 0. Yes belongs to 0, U belongs to 1, R belongs to 2, Y belongs to 3. Suppose if we're giving us 3, yes of 3, in the third index position, understand index position start with a 0. So 0, comma 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, etc. goes on up to your last value of your input. So now I'll be printing output as Y because I need only Y, right? Now suppose you think like, sir, I need first character of Surya. I'll print as print capital yes because my variable name, because inside is yes only, I have stored my input. So yes of, I'll give 0. 0 is nothing but first character of my input, 0th index position. So you can see here I got output as yes. Here this is called as the indexing. Just note it out. This is called as indexing. First topic in the string is indexing. So we have discussed what is indexing. So now we'll try to predict the output for this. We'll try to predict the output for this. So tell me the output for this. Welcome to string is given. So what is the output of A of 1? E. Very good. E. So just give a indexing. 0 is going to be W, 1 is going to be E, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. goes on up to the last value. Yeah. So what should be the A of 8? Very good. A of 11? Yes, capital. Yes. So answer is going to be A of 1 is going to be E. A of 8 is going to be small t, A of 11 is going to be capital Yes. Excellent. Yeah. So we got the output. Indexing. Remember that indexing always starts from the 0. And in all the programming language, indexing starts with a 0 only. There is no changes on that. But in Python, we have one more advantage that we have positive indexing and we have a negative indexing. So what is a negative? Suppose I have HELLO as my memory of block. This is nothing but dynamic memory allocation. Memory allocation. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is nothing but positive indexing. Negative indexing also is there, only in Python programming language. So what is that negative indexing? Nothing but you'll be having negative values, which start with -1 from the last of your value. So -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5. Positive indexing question start with a 0. From left to right, I'll be moving. I'll start with the left hand side. I'll move towards the right side. But negative indexing question is nothing but start with the right side, move towards the left side. And starting value is going to be -1. Yeah. We'll check how that indexing also will work. So we'll go with we'll go with one more input. Name is equal to, or I'll give us n is equal to. Yeah. So print n of 2. I don't know what is 2, but I'll try to print 2. So what is the second expression? Yes is there. I'll print yes. This is about the positive indexing. Negative indexing. I need a value e. Last index position. So for that, should I count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this? Should I count? No. If you want to access directly e, just you can place it as -1. I'll get e. You can see here e. Now if you want to access -3, so I have to print I. I, right? I'll give as a -3. I'll give as -3. You can see here I. Suppose you give n of -4. What is next? P is there. So P will be get printed. So 0 to last value is nothing but positive indexing. -1 from the right side, you'll move towards the left side. That is nothing but -1. Starting with a -1, -2, etc. etc. So did you understand how the indexing is working? Up to here, do you have any doubt? If not, post clear in the chat. I understood what is indexing. What is the two ways of indexing also I understood. If that is the case, post clear in the chat. Without taking breath, I'm shouting. Okay, good. So no doubts. Super. We'll move on to the next one, that is memory allocation. Just now we have discussed what is memory allocation. So you have an input. For that input, you have to allocate a memory. So if my input is hello space world, and most important thing in the string, even for the space, one memory will be taken. What is that you are telling? Nothing but suppose my input yes is equal to hi space, I'm giving as a GIET. Hi GIET. Suppose I'm giving like this. So how my memory block will be created? H separate memory, A separate memory, I separate memory. If you're giving as a one space, for that one space also memory will be taken. GIET. Suppose if you have a two space, then two memory will be taken. If you have a three space, three memory. If you have 100 space also, it will take 100 block of memories. To understand in the string concept, every programming language this will work. Not only in the Python, every programming language. If you have one space, one block of memory will be taken. If you have a two space, two block of memory will be taken. If you have a 50 space, 50 block of memory will be taken. So individual space will take a individual memory. So now here we can see here hello space is there, one space. So you can see that one space over here, one memory will be created. So we have positive indexing which start with 0 to 10 and negative indexing which is from -1 to -11. So just note it out this. We have positive and negative indexing. Positive means start with the left, move towards the right. Here, negative indexing means I'll start with the right, it will move towards the left side. Now, write a program to print the last character of a string. Just now we have discussed it. How to print the last character of a string. Suppose I have a hi. I have to print last character. So can I go with the 0, 1, 2? Yes, possible. You can go with 1, like possible. Suppose I'm giving as a Inspire soft text solution. Chennai branch I'm telling. So I have to print in that Chennai, I have to print the last character of a Chennai. So can I count with a positive indexing 0, 1, 2? How many will be there? So Inspire soft text solution, then I'm going etc. and then up to the last Chennai. So in place of going with the positive indexing, there is no efficiency there. I can go with a negative -1. That's it. So hello space bold, I have to print the last character of a string. There is nothing but output should be D. Either you can go with a positive indexing. I'm not telling you to go only with a negative. If you want to go with a positive indexing, you should count. We don't exactly 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you have to spend some waste of time for that. Directly we know that -1 will for sure will be D only. So go with a negative indexing. So -1. So A of -1 will give us the last character of a string. That's about the indexing. Next we'll go with the slicing in string. Okay, so almost we have one more 15 minutes of a time. We'll discuss the base about the slicing. I don't want to confuse you. Tomorrow we'll go with in depth about the slicing. Just we'll see the overall. What is slicing? So slicing is nothing but generally what is slicing according to you? You can give your response in the chat. What is slicing mean for? Can we tell it is dividing something, segregating or dividing? Cutting, that is also acceptable. Splitting the string, very good. Excellent. That's what you're trying to split it. You're trying to divide. Some particle is there, that is like a large particle is there, you're trying to divide it. That's what. That is what the slicing means. So now how to do that? Suppose you have a apple is there. You have to divide into 4 pieces. You're trying to slicing. You're using a knife and you're making as a 4 part of pieces. Fine. Same thing, slicing and nothing, you will be having a string. You'll try to bring only that which you need. Example, Inspire soft tech solution is there. So I have to print only soft tech. I'll try to, from the entire thing, I'll try to slice it. Yeah. Now, see this example. Hello space bird is there. So now I have to print A of square bracket. We know very clearly if I want to print A of 2, I'll print L. Because in the second index portion, we have a small L. I'll print L. That is first L. Now we have like this. So I'll before solving the question, I'll tell you about the slicing. Just we'll see the introduction about the slicing. Slicing means dividing. So that dividing can be happen in a 2 ways. Slicing can be happen in a 2 ways. What are those 2 ways? Very simple. Hope you learned range. In the range, we have discussed one thing. One for loop we have discussed with starting will be there and ending will be there. One more is there we have learned with starting, ending, and last is nothing but step. Today we have discussed about that. You have to print only even number from the range from 1 to 10 or 0 to 10. So we are jumping for 2 times step. We have discussed that is what the slicing. So slicing has 2 ways. First way, slicing with 2 parameters. Slicing with 2 parameters. What is that? So you will be having starting will be there, start. Write it very clearly. Starting will be there and ending will be there. Square bracket is must. Here you are going with a function bracket because of a in range property. Okay. So here only changes you will go with a square bracket. That's all. Concept is going to be same. Starting value will be considered, ending value will be excluded. How you did for loop, same thing. That is nothing but continuity. I said you right. Everything will have, every topic has a continuity. Every topic will depend on previous topics. So first way is nothing but having a 2 parameters. Second way is nothing but which has a three parameters. Nothing but, hope you got the answer already. Starting will be there, ending will be there, last you will be having, step will be there. That's all. So for loop you learn with a function bracket, this round bracket. But in the slicing, you will be learning with a square bracket because of indexing. Indexing, how we are learning a of 0 only you did. Did you write a of 0 in the function bracket? No. You're writing in the square bracket. So this nothing but indexing representation. Same thing for the slicing representation is going to be square bracket, which has starting, ending, step with the three parameters, and it can have two parameters. This is about the slicing. Just note it out, these terms alone. I'll repeat one more time. Slicing has a two ways. First way is nothing but two parameter. Second way is going to be three parameter. Two parameter means you will be having only starting and ending. Now, one colon will be there. There you're going with a comma. Here you'll go with a colon. Ratio symbol will be there. Remember this point, ratio. Colon will be there to separate. Here you're separating with a comma. Starting comma, ending comma, step. Here you'll go with the start is to end. Start, colon, end, colon, step. This colon is first. Clear? Now, if you're done with this, we'll go with the solving the question directly. So now you can see here, we have using slicing concept, either first way or second way. Anyone, can you unmute and can you tell? This is nothing but comes under the first way or second way.
HEL.
So it is going to be a first way. What is first way? You'll be having starting and you'll be having ending. That's all. Now, if starting is given, no, starting is not given. So, if starting is not given, by default, interpreter will start with 0. Understand the concept? Because here we have that ratio symbol. Before that, I don't have anything. So, this indicates for starting, right? Starting is not given, but ending is given. After colon, 2 is given. So, that 2 belongs to ending value only. So, if starting is not given, by default, 0. So, now I'll start with a 0. I'll go with a 1 and 2 is given. Can I consider 2? No, because ending value will not be considered, right? So my output is going to be only HE will be the output. Finally, I'll repeat one more time. It will confuse. For the first time, if you're learning, you'll feel difficult and you will confuse. But if you know this only, you can complete the remaining topics. List is going to be a Xerox copy of string. What you're learning now, as it is will be followed. Indexing, slicing, everything will be followed in the list topic and tuple. Same Xerox only. There is no changes. Few changes, nothing but method. Inbuilt method alone, few advantage you'll be getting. But other than that, indexing, slicing is going to be same in the list. So if you know string only, you can learn list topic and tuple. Suppose if you're not knowing the string topic clearly, for sure you cannot complete the remaining topics. So be thorough in the string. Output is going to be HE. So I'll print that. Output is going to be HE. Now we'll try with a next input, hello space bold, and I have to print 2 is 2. Previous question, starting is empty. So by default, you're starting from 0. Ending is given as a 2. But in this question, starting is given, but ending is given as empty. Ending is not given. You can see here, ending is not given. So then what happens? Starting is going to be 2. So I have to start from second index position. So I'll skip 0th index position. I'll skip first index position. I'll start with a second index position, which means that L. From L, ending is not given. Suppose if ending value is given, I can stop there. But ending is not given. If ending is not given, up to the last character of a string will be taken. So what is my last character? D. Up to D will be predicted. So my output is going to be L, L, O space, W, O, R, L, T will be the output. Clear? So if starting is not given, start with a 0 over. If ending is not given, where my input is ending. Suppose you write hello space world, something you're writing after that. What might be there? Where my last character is ending, up to there I'll try to print. That is about the ending if it is empty. Yep. Next, before going with a negative value, just give me a confirmation that whether you understood this or not. If yes, post yes in the chat. Good. Good. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Rocking. Rocking. That's my dears. Good. So now we are done with the first value. Now we'll go with the slicing with the first way. That is one, it can have only starting and ending. But now we'll go with the negative value because these kind of things also will ask in the interview. Now, hello space world. We are going with a of starting is not given. Just we'll write over here. Starting is not given and ending is given as -2. So if starting is not given, I have to start from 0. So 0 is to -2. Can I consider -2? No. So previous value. So I'll start with a 0. 0 up to the last if you're measuring also, but my ending value is going to be -2. So -1 will be D, -2 will be L, up to -3 I'll consider it. So my output is going to be HELLO space WOR will be the output. Because -2 we cannot consider. That is why we're considering only -3, previous value. Remember that previous value. Up to R will be considered, not L or LD. Now we'll move on to the next question. Now here in this question, starting is given. Sorry, starting is empty. Nothing is given, but negative value is given for the ending. Now I'll give starting value as a negative, but ending is not given. This is very simple. Post your answer in the chat. For this question, post your answer. I'll bet you 90% of the learners will make a mistake here. But no issue, give your try. From mistake only you'll be learning. Come on. -2 is going to be the starting value. Ending value is not given. So up to the last I'll reach. Okay, I'll go back to your chat. We'll see how many response I got. Wow, that's super. Okay, Siddhant. Okay, you will do it. I know already. You will do it. What about others? And if you're not knowing, I said you very clearly already. Again, I don't want to mention in all the classes. If you're not knowing, mention that word. Okay, good. One more response from Karthik. LD and Bhaskar sir also. Good. Okay, which means that everyone knows it. Super. That's rocking. Rocking. Excellent. Happy for you. Really happy for you. Now, so we have to start with a -2. So where will be having -2? L. Because -1 is going to be D, -2 is going to be L. So I'll start from here. And ending is not given. If ending is not given, up to the last I have to print. Up to the last I have to print. So I can print only L, D. Output is going to be L and D. Okay, that's it. Next is nothing but how to get our substring. So that we'll discuss in the upcoming session. Just relax for exactly, I think so we have 3 more minutes. Okay, so just I'll give you a few things like I think so up to now 50% of the course is over. I can tell almost 50% of the day is also over. Only 5 classes pending. Okay, almost I'll try to complete what topic I gave for you. I'll try to complete, and I gave assurity that if not possible to complete one day, I'll try to take extra. I said you very clearly, but that won't go. Okay, I don't think that it will happen. It won't happen before that. I'll complete. everything very clearly. Now I need a few things from your side. We can tell as a kind of your uh, how you think about the course. Okay, take a 2 minutes or a 3 minutes is there. Go for the WhatsApp group. Okay? What you think about this 5 days? What you whether you learned and how was the training? How was this course traveling up to now? What you feel about the mentor who's handling a session to you? What you feel? Just kind of a feedback I can tell. And if you have any other thing to tell, we can put in the group itself. Don't put here. Put in the WhatsApp group. This is a time I am giving to you. Type and share in the WhatsApp group immediately. Type it because personal time I don't want to spend. I'll go with my session itself. So exactly we have a 3 minutes. Start posting your feedback about this 5 days. Whether you improved, whether you are able to understand my teaching, whatever you feel, you can type it. And if you have any suggestion, please come up with your suggestion. If not, if you feel like my way of teaching is fine and fast is fine, whatever thing you have, mention it. So your time starts now. I'll be waiting for your response in the WhatsApp group, our forum. And once it is done, put thank you in our group, not in WhatsApp group. I'm telling about the Google Meet. Just put a thank you and you can leave. And if you have any doubt, stay back.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Surya.
Sir, for this code,
Hmm.
print A open square brackets, 2 semicolon close square brackets.
Hmm.
Plus 3 will be considered only 2, sir.
Can you type that in the chat?
Okay, sir. It's an example problem, sir, which you used to explain.
No, no, you just type what statement you said.
Okay, sir.
Stephen, please don't want to post your feedback here. Just post in our WhatsApp group. Please requesting you to do there. Here, fine, but there.
Sir, I've done it.
Ah, yeah, dear, I have seen. So A of we are giving us a two colon you are given. So I have to start from the second index portion and ending you're not giving. If ending is not given, where your name is ending or where your input is ending, up to there will be considering. Suppose if you want to add plus, yes, you can add plus, nothing but concatenation your meaning for it. Even concatenation is possible. That we'll discuss in the upcoming one by one we'll discuss.
So, if the input is hello world,
Hmm.
then the output will be double L O W O R L D, sir.
Exactly. I'll start with small l, first L. LLO space WRLD will be the output. You have discussed this, right?
Yes, sir. Okay, so thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, dear. Find any other doubt? Shall we wind up? For people are typing in the group. No issue. Type it and share. If you have any doubt, let me know. If not, you can leave the session. You can type it later also.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, dear.
So good evening.
Thank you,
I
sir. Thank you,
want to
sir.
ask a question.
Thank you.
So
Yeah, yeah,
while
you can do.
discussing the first programming question from the assignment that you gave
Yeah,
regarding that arrangement of the numbers from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then in the next line 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Pattern
So
programming.
you gave an example like how to print even numbers from 2 to 10 or odd numbers from 1 to 10, like
It is
giving the
possible.
first numbers, the last number, and the step.
Hmm.
So, so
Yes, yes,
suppose
it's
I want
possible.
to print the even numbers from, or suppose the odd numbers from 0 to 10.
Hmm.
So in that case, if you mention for I in range 0, comma 10, like that, so it will first print 0, right?
You're starting from 1 only, right? Then why it will start from 0? 1 comma 10 you're giving. I'll start from 1 only, right?
No, yeah, I got that. I'm actually asking that is there any provision? Suppose I'm given a list,
And no,
suppose
no, no.
0
That
to
is like
10.
I understood. So because if user is entering 0 to 20, and if we asking for odd numbers, I cannot.
Mm-hmm.
It will start with 0 only. How can I print with 1? You're asking, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Very good, very good. So that is nothing but user whatever entering, you have to enter with the value. Starting value is going to be 1. You should get our input like that. Get a
Okay,
value 1
so
ending with a 20 or 21. It's like for demo I showed you. To
okay.
make a jumping, how to make a jumping, I showed you it.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so suppose you were saying about that continue statement, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
can there be some modification like if for printing that, suppose from zero, odd numbers from 0 to 10, can
Hmm.
we add some line like the 0 will be skipped?
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, you can do it. For example, if my I value is if it is equal to 0, go with
Hmm.
the continue so that it will skip it.
Okay, so then it will be skipped, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bhaskar sir, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dia.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you. Okay. So fine, we'll wind up the session. Thank you so much. If you have any doubt, let me know in my WhatsApp number.